The girls' track and field state final is back at Eastern Illinois after missing out on the 2020 season. 5 of our area teams are ready for a scorching hot day on the blue track. So grab those umbrellas to stay cool and get those blocks set. It should be a fun one in Charleston. Let's start with Neuqua Valley senior Riley Amenhuaser in the long jump, who comes in as the favorite. She balances herself out, and here she comes down the runway, going airborne and sticking the landing to give a result of 5.74 meters. That lands her in 4th place, another all-state medal, and the best ever finish in the long jump for the Wildcat. Huntley's Alexandri Johnson takes the crown on the long jump at 5.92 meters. To the triple jump, where Ammenhauser is the favorite to win her 3rd state championship. The senior does not disappoint. Riley Amenhuaser is your 3A state champion with a jump of 12.46 meters. Not her farthest distance at state, but the heat is playing a major factor on everyone today. What an outstanding high school career, and now it's off to the University of Michigan. Let's go to the high jump, starting with Naperville North senior Maeve Conley, clearing the bar at 1.64 meters. That lands her with a 5th place finish. And yes, she's going to want to get out of that sun. Up next is teammate Madeline Ondelbrot, who leaps her way to a 4th place finish at 1.67 meters after just getting over that bar. Annika Byam from Warren finishes 1st at 1.73 meters. Now let's go racing in the first heat of the 4x800 relay. Naperville North's Campbell Peterson is the anchor in the group with Jackie Liu, Josie Bond, and Audrey Mendries. In the end, Peterson is all alone as this group of Huskies finish with a time of 9 minutes, 20.58 seconds. An incredible time for a first heat group. That ends up being the 2nd best time behind Mount Prospect, who runs 9:13 in the 2nd heat to win the event. Bennett Academy ends up 11th with Kelly and Megan Andrews, Louisa Diamond, and Elizabeth Kamick. Kamick also earns all-state honors in the 800 later in the meet by finishing 8th. To the longest race of the day, the 3200, with the Huskies' Maggie Gamboa and Logan Brennan competing for top times. If you remember from the fall in cross country, Oak Park River Forest runner Josie Whelan is very talented. She is all alone in 1st place and cruises with a time of 10 minutes 36 seconds. Downers Grove South Sophia McNemy in 2nd, and future Fighting Illini Maggie Gamboa takes the 3rd place medal.
I just know I had to put it all out there and make sure I got every last point I could get for our team and make sure that I'm supporting my team through everything I do. So I just made sure to keep that in mind for every practice, every meet, just everything I did. I'm just excited to compete at like a larger scale and with such amazing women, and just to meet more people and just run with my teammates.
To a much shorter race, the 100-meter dash, and Waubonsie Valley runner Itzel Garcia is off and running. The Warrior goes on to cross the line first. Despite not running in the fastest heat, her time of 12:28 is good enough for a 2nd place finish, right behind Miriam Aziz from Lincoln Way East, who wins the 4th heat and was the runner-up in the long jump. Up next, the 300 low hurdles, and here's North's Madeline Ondelbrot again. She's also competing in the 2nd of 3 heats. Coming down the straightaway, she wins her heat with a time of 45.55 seconds, which is good enough for a 5th place finish. Victoria Spagnola out of West Aurora comes in 1st in the final heat to win the state medal. Hallie Thomas from Danville in 2nd.
At the beginning of the season, I did not even know how to hurdle. This is my 1st year hurdling, and with high jump, it was hard because we weren't allowed to work with clubs this year, but I still think it's much better than when I was at my old school.
However, major storms in the central Illinois area would then force a nearly 4-hour delay of the state track meet. Crews are keeping the track dry and good to go as the runners stay indoors and get ready to compete under the lights. We resume at 9:40 p.m. for the mile, featuring North's Audrey Mendries and Campbell Peterson. It starts off with a pack of runners, but Josie Whelan is back on the track, and it's looking good for her so far. She remains in 1st in front of Normal's Allie Ince and Lyons Township's Katie Dickman. Audrey Mendries is all alone in 4th. However, Ince gets by the leader, and all of a sudden she's out in front and finishes in 1st place with a time of 4 minutes 40 seconds. That shatters the state record by over 7 seconds. a little assist coming in the form of the rain wiping away that heat. Audrey Mendries finishes in 7th for North.
I think for me it was very exciting because if you realize that everyone's kind of running under the same things, you realize it's not like it's just affecting you. So again, just a chance to be able to race and still have such a fun and cool story to tell was amazing. I was so excited. Some great competition. I love racing with all these girls that we were able to race with, and it was so fun to get out here and race.
2 races to go, and here we are with a 200 that features Waubonsie Valley senior Itzel Garcia once again. She finishes the race in 4th place and leaves her Warriors career with 2 top 5 state finishes. Whitney Young Sydney Robinson comes in 1st, and Elise Torian from Homewood Flossmoor takes 2nd. To the final race, the 4x400 featuring Naperville North's group of Madeline Andelbrot, Campbell Peterson, Mackenzie Skeen, and Christina Gu. The Husky group remains in 4th on the first go-around, but fluctuates throughout the race. They are in 3rd on the next time around the track, and Skeen gets the baton. She's in a battle with Glenbard West's Karina Cudzillo. Final lap around the track, and here Andelbrat gets the handoff, chasing Evanston's Jacqueline Okariki. Although in the end we get a good finish as the normal relay group comes out of nowhere and takes the event with a time of 3 minutes 57.34 seconds. Evanston in 2nd and Naperville North in 3rd. After another top 3 relay finish, Naperville North brings home another 3rd place state trophy, tying with Whitney Young. Lincoln Way East wins the state championship with Homewood Flossmoor in 2nd. That will do it for the 2021 girls track season after a marathon state meet.
Things went about as well as they could have gone. I mean, we got beat by teams that were just better than us this weekend, and so there's never any shame in that. And so I'm really pleased with what we did and how we did it. And of course, would you rather have a 1st or 2nd place when you get a 3rd? Sure, that's human nature. But at the end of the day, I really couldn't possibly be more proud of what we did. Again, the teams that beat us were very, very good, and they deserved it.
The 200 was amazing. I loved it. I was actually with some competition with some girls that were faster than me, which I love. I always love a really good competition, a really good race, which is what made this a really good race. I got 2nd for the 100, which was really good too, really good competition. Yeah.
It's obviously a fantastic senior class that we're going to be losing, and we can't replace them. We got to figure out ways to learn from them, and I think the girls that are coming back next year have learned from them, and will be better for them. But all of those kids. The seniors that we're losing this year is maybe one of the best classes we've ever had. It's really a tremendous group.